What's up, guys? Welcome back to Rip City Rundown. Another good week for Portland. They're sitting number one in the West again. Got the only team in the NBA right now that has three active players averaging 20 plus points per game. Not many bad things to say about us right now. Our new jerseys just got debuted last night. It's a good time to be a Blazer fan. Nothing, again, like I say, every single episode, we are not expecting this, but honestly, at this point, we kind of are expecting this. So a 2-1 week, another successful week, and the Blazers are back at home now.
It's so beautiful. We are a number one seed in the West. If you were to tell me that in the beginning of the season, I would have thought you were capping, but 10-4, 71% win rate. It's so beautiful. 2-1 on the week. That's what I wanted. That's what I predicted. That's what we got. So I'm solid with that. The road trip came to an end. I think we wanted us to go 3-3. We would have been fine with that. And we went 4-2. So I'm very pleased right now. And happy after a dub last night against the Spurs. So I'm feeling good.
Yeah, 10-4. We double digit wins, baby. I think we're the first team in the West, obviously, to get to that. Oh, I guess Utah's 10-6. They've played a lot of games, but yeah, 2-1 week. That's what I expected. And I even when we lost to Dallas, I wasn't even that mad because, like, of course, you hate losing, but the way Dallas won, that's just gonna happen in over the course of an 82 game season where Spencer Dinwiddie, just comes down and just drains 3 threes in your mouth for no reason. That's gonna happen. Like you're not gonna.
And then someone made it again, 4 in a row, threes.
Yeah, like you're not gonna win every game, and that was a loss that I could stomach. Last game of the trip, you just want to get back home. I would definitely be more upset if we dropped to the Spurs last night, but the Blazers got their act together just in time. I want to ask you guys a question just to start here. Thoughts on the jerseys?
I was going to ask the same exact question. I personally, when they first dropped, I was like, okay, they're fine, nothing crazy. But I thought they looked really good on the court. I'm actually a huge fan of them. I liked how Sharp and Dame both had matching shoes to go with it. It looked really clean. Now, a lot of teams like change their court to complement the jersey and like have the same theme. So it looked kind of odd having still like the classic red, black, and white colors on the court. I would have thought we may have just changed everything that's red to the like greenish turquoise, but overall the jerseys, I thought I'm a fan. I would get it if it wasn't just for a year. We've gone through that. Like I have like 2 of the City Edition uniforms, and now they're not relevant. One reason because we don't wear them, and 2 because they're CJ. So I thought the jerseys are cool though.
That's tough.
Yeah.
They're okay. Okay, here's the thing. Are we the Portland Trailblazers or are we the Charlotte Trailblazers? Because
Yeah,
we got some.
I get it. I get that.
Like, you see that? That's the color red, and
The Rose
I
City.
think I honestly think maybe I am biased, obviously, but I think we have like one of the most pretty court in the NBA. That red is just kind of my favorite color, but I think it's a little awkward to see that turquoise mix with it, but I liked it more than I thought I would last night, so um I'm happy, I guess. That's all I'll say about it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get why people don't like it because it's such a like far cry from the Blazers' normal colors. So a lot of like traditionalist people that like tradition aren't going to be like, wow, teal, that looks great when you don't associate teal with the Blazers. But city editions are all about like connecting in a cool way to the city, and obviously the carpet in the airport's a big thing. So I get why they went with it. Um, yeah, I don't know. They need to do a City of Roses one at some point.
Yeah. Now I'm not a Portland, like, I don't know, junkie where I know everything about Portland here.
Local.
But personally, I had never really thought of the Portland carpet as something iconic. Like,
Oh,
did you,
it's
Cody,
famous. It's
coming from
famous.
Portland?
It's famous.
Did you ever know that?
I didn't. Well, no, I did, but
And then
recently.
also another fun fact, currently the carpet isn't actually even in the airport,
Yeah, that's getting
which is kind
remodeled
of
right
odd.
now.
It's coming back in like 2024, I saw, but that is also kind of weird. But I think I just liked it a lot because like that color is just kind of a color that's just a nice color. So I'm a fan of it, and I thought it was a. You're gonna run out of ideas at this point because if you're doing a city edition jersey every year, like we see teams like the Heat, like literally their jersey this year is just their last five mix, like all put together, where it's like the M is the font of one jersey, the I is the font of someone else. It's garbage. But I thought they're fine. Jumping into the game, first guy I want to talk about is Jerami Grant, because he continues what I believe is an all-star season right now. Only player in the NBA averaging 20 points per game, shooting 50% from the field and over 45% from three. At
Not
this
sustainable,
point,
unfortunately.
I mean, it's not even 45. It is 49% from three.
Yeah.
On
Wow.
5.5 attempts per game, which I think is a career high in both. Obviously the percentage, but the attempts too. He's turned into a guy that's like a catch and shoot monster. And I don't even think he like views himself as a shooter. So unbelievable performance. Another one from Jerami Grant last night.
Yeah, the fact that he's shooting this good despite taking this many shots is impressive, because you see players that, they're 50% from three, but that's because they've taken
Nurk,
six,
for example.
7. Yeah, for example, Nurk is the best 3-point shooter in the NBA right now, technically, which is obviously Bullocks, but it is what it is. He's shooting 56% from three. His 3-point percentage is higher than his 2-point percentage. Anyway, back to Jerami Grant. Back to Jerami Grant.
Yeah, we'll get
very, it's very impressive. And I remember like in the summer, you guys called me crazy, not crazy, but you guys gave me a weird look when I said I think Jerami Grant will be a better than Anfernee Simons this season, and so far, that's been the case.
Yeah, I mean, you can say like, I think there's a difference between being the second best player and being the second most impactful player. I think Simons is better than Grant, but the Blazers haven't had a good wing in forever, so Grant's filling a huge need there, offensively and defensively. But yeah, 29 points, Jerami Grant. And I want to shout out him too, because he got 8 rebounds. He's usually not a big rebounder, but he got his nose in there on the boards, on the glass, and had a great, I mean, without him, like that's a game that we lose if we're like Aminu Harkless or even Norman Rocco. Like we're losing that game. So I want to shout out Jerami Grant. Dame, only 22, didn't shoot great, 11 assists, got the teammates involved. Jerami Grant, probably half of his catch and shoot threes are coming off of Lillard bending, manipulating the defense. So obviously got to give Lillard his flowers. Do y'all want to talk about anyone in like a positive light, or can I jump into Nurk making Jakob Poeltl look like prime Wilt Chamberlain?
I want to say before we get into the Nurk, he actually did though, career high for him, and like 14 for 17. That's insane.
Oh yeah, Poeltl a little 31, 14, and 5. I'm sorry, but that's insane
for a guy that has his shorts go past his knees. But we're gonna talk a couple more positives. Dame's defense down the stretch, the block was electric. Moda was electric. Simons had a big 3 down the stretch as the shot clock was expiring, and then Sharp, 13 points. He's just, again, he's one of those guys that right when he comes into the game, he gets hot, and he hit some big shots in the first half. And then what will transition us into the Nurk talk is, let's just talk about how good Drew Eubanks was last night, because he ended up playing 33 minutes compared to Nurk's 15. And he was this is going to get into our Q&A later. Someone asked about him. I'm not going to spoil it yet, but he is playing at a level that none of us would have saw at all. And I think it all starts with hustle.
Can I give you a quick stat that's going to blow your mind?
What?
So we win by 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yusuf Nurkic, minus 21, Drew Eubanks, plus 28. Plus 28.
Okay, I think that's the 7-point difference right there.
Polar opposites.
No, hold on. We win by 7. And minus 21 to plus 28. That's like that's a massive swing.
Yeah. How many minutes did Nurk get? How do you go minus 21?
15.
Drew Eubanks played 33 minutes. Nurk played 15. Nurk
Cody,
played 3 minutes in the first quarter and was out.
Cody, you're the biggest Nurk fan here. What is your reaction to that?
Okay, guys, it's a joke at this point. Nurk plays good, we love him. Nurk plays bad, we hate him. Right now, Nurk's here.
Fair.
He's at the bottom. He's at the bottom of the totem pole. But when he pops off next game, we're gonna love him again. So take the median, guys. Take the middle. Take the average. Nurk is solid. Yes, Eubanks is awesome, and Eubanks is playing up, like exceeding expectations in terms of his contract. But compared to Nurk, who I think Nurk's playing up to par with his contract. So far, not a bad I don't think he's doing bad so far, but when you're compared to someone
Yeah.
who's shooting 70% from the field, like obviously it's gonna make you look
Well,
bad. And it's also easy to hate on Nurk because he makes boneheaded plays, but I think Nurk's still solid and yeah.
Hmm?
That's all I gotta say.
I would just ask for a little more consistency from
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
He's a little up and down. Now, a lot of people were saying last night he might have looked a little rusty or slow because he's coming off injury. He hasn't played in a while, which is fair. Um, so I get that part that people were saying, but at the same time, dude, he just looked just really, really bad. And I can't really defend him that much, at least just for last night. He has been huge for Portland in certain games. I just would like a little more consistency for my man Yusuf.
I'm sorry, but like Jakob Podol putting up 31 on you and literally like taking you one-on-one from the top of the key is about as bad as it gets for I feel like a center guarding him. And that was like an all-time bad performance from Nurk last night. And I get what you're saying with he has some really stellar games, but he also has some really bad games. But I think for one, I think he has a couple more bad games. Like for every one good game, he probably has two bad games. Not to this level, but still bad games. And then on the other hand, when you just want like you said, consistency out of your center position. Like if you just gave us a simple, I can't come up with a player right now, but I think that's sometimes been the downfall of the Blazers is the fact that you get this consistent performance all the time from your guards, but you come to Nurkic and like in that Nuggets series 2 years ago, last time we were in the playoffs, when he played well, we were good. When he didn't play well or wasn't on the floor, we were bad. So a lot of our success comes down to Nurkic, and we can't have these games from him if we are going to have these expectations to now we're going to the playoffs and want to actually compete. So
I think
Right.
Eubanks will be a better backup than Canner, assuming we don't get a backup center, because we were talking about how much we want a backup center. Quick thing back to Eubanks before I go back to Nurk. I just love the kind of fire he brings. Like you look at him and he's like, okay, he just looks like your ordinary, typical, just boring NPC guy. But no, he brings fire. I mean, he brought some fire last night. He was getting hyped after a block, I remember, and I like the energy he brings off the bench. So, but yeah, back to Nurk. I mean, look, when you're a center and all your shots are 10 or 5 foot flip shots, you got to hit half of them. You can't be going under 50% Nurk. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to find some.
I think he's
There
one of
we
the
go.
worst centers at finishing in the league.
Dude.
Yeah,
Well,
maybe
yeah,
soon.
I don't know the numbers
he's
though.
shooting 54% from two or from inside the restricted area. I was watching Jack Ramsey's and he said it's 54% from the field and Aiton leads league at 84%. So that's the difference. Is Nurk can't finish for she's
Nurk can hit threes, though.
Yeah, best 3-point shooter in the league.
hit threes.
Going back
Dude.
to the other games of the week, the final 2 games of the road trip, I'll kind of clump them together because was it a back-to-back? No, it wasn't. Win against the Pelicans, loss against the Mavericks. West already said, but that Mavericks loss end of the trip, tired legs, and then the Mavericks kind of just found
Here
a
we
hot
go.
shooting stroke at certain points during the game. Obviously no Nurk in those 2 games, no Winslow either, but Jerami Grant 37 points against the Mavericks. And then against the Pelicans, leading scorer was again Jerami Grant with 27. So he's really found his stride in these past 2 games. And those are 2 playoff teams probably we're playing against, and go 1-1 on the end of a road trip is probably pretty good.
So let me just give you some couple Nurkic stats here. So this is out of, I guess, all players. He's in the 7th percentile in 2-point percentage. 7th. And he's in the 17th for effective just field goal percentage.
Can we guess some? Maybe. I don't know.
What do you mean guess some?
Like you say, and I'll just make a guess. I don't know. If there's one.
For Nurk or just for anyone?
For Nurk, I don't know.
What are we guessing?
Let's see. Okay. We'll get a little defense for Nurk. I
did see he still is the top defender, like in terms of, I don't know what the number was, but he was the best on our team in something.
So, okay, what percentage of the opponent's missed shots does Nurkic rebound?
Okay, that's hard.
Like, so he's at 25%. What percentile is that in the
Oh,
league?
like compared
It's
to the rest of the league,
yes.
probably like
Probably like 55.
I was gonna say like 60 or something.
90th percentile.
Okay, so
Okay,
we
okay, well, oh,
This guy,
yeah, that's right because
don't.
that's taking into
Okay.
account like
I,
point
I was
guards, of course.
confused about the stats.
I was thinking just
Well,
centers.
I don't know what you meant, but I guess. I mean,
I don't know. I thought
okay,
it was just
here
the
you go.
2-point percentage, but
Nurk is in. Okay, this is according to Cleaning the Glass. Nurkic is in the 6th percentile at the rim, shooting 55% at the rim. The 6th percentile. For comparison,
yikes.
Jerami Grant is like average. Nasir Little is in the 93rd percentile. Nasir's finishing well. Nurk is 38th percentile in short mid, 35% in the mid range, which he just shouldn't be doing. And he's 55% from three. That's insane. But yeah, just Nurk's finishing defensively is pretty good. They
Which
don't
is
really have like
very funny
individual
given the night he
stats,
had
but
last night.
I mean, yeah, there's a lot of these stats are pretty specific. Like there's team stats, obviously, like we're 10th in defensive rating, and you can attribute a lot of that to Nurk. But the
Can we guess where we are off in offensive rankings ratings?
yeah, we can do a little team wide
Yeah,
action here.
I think
Okay.
last time, I just want to remember, we were like
Yeah,
17th in
offensively.
offense, and we were like 10th in defense. Oh no, we were like 5th.
We are 10th in defense.
We,
say
right
that.
now, right now
I'll say we're 12th in offense.
Okay.
I think we're not that much. I'd say like 15.
We are 16th in offense, 10th in
Great
defense.
guess.
So we're scoring 113 points per possession and we're giving up 111. So it's close, but
With the hard
for
schedule.
comparison, Milwaukee is leading the league in defense. They're only giving up 106 points. It's insane. Let's go with we'll go into shooting. Where do you think the Blazers are in 3-point percentage?
5th.
5th.
It's not as high as you think. Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. This is okay, you can say 5th. That's frequency. Yeah, I want accuracy. Okay, so you say we're 5th in the league in threes. Okay.
Like percentage or whatever.
Like shooting percentage.
Yeah.
Shooting
5th.
percentage.
Cody?
I think we're
What are
lower
you?
just because we take a lot of hard threes because we rely a lot. I'll go
You
like
have Jerami Grant,
8th.
Nurk.
I'll go 8th. Oh, Jeremy Grant, that 6. Okay, 6.
Oh wow,
We're
great.
we're second in the league.
Let's
I mean, think about it.
At
You got
40
two of the best 3-point
40%.
shooting bigs in the league, Jerami Grant and Nurk.
Jeremy
Yeah.
Grant.
Let's go with
That was a dumb guess. Dame shooting 40. I'm dumb. Yeah, that makes sense.
let's go with
We also don't shoot that many threes as much as last year.
What are we shooting at the rim? Now you got to remember who shoots at the rim here.
Okay, we have Nurkic, so we're gonna.
I'll say 21st.
I'll say
Okay.
19th.
We are 22nd. It's pretty good, guys. Good work.
Good guess. Yeah.
Here. Give us one more.
One more. Let's go into we'll go into some more. Sorry, my internet is just booty cheeks. Transition, offensive transition. Okay.
Second.
Frequency. What percentage of possessions start/go into transition? Where are we in the league?
Like
Wow,
second.
we fell off hard. That's your hint.
Okay. Yikes. All right. I'll go 8th now, but dang.
All right, before you said that, I would have said, yeah, somewhere around like 6 to 8. Now that you said that, I'll say we're 15th.
We are 21st.
Wow. That must
But
mean we just haven't gotten in transition in the past couple games. Because obviously you would have thought we were. But then again, at the same time, anytime we've talked about us getting in transition, it's really just been highlighting Josh Hart. So
yeah,
maybe we
he's
haven't
been
done it that
How am I
much.
that off? Dang.
He's been Josh Hart. Honestly, this is a perfect segue from stats. Let's jump into Josh Hart. Josh Hart's he does the little things well. He's been struggling a little bit in the last few games, I would say.
Yeah, he went 0 for 9 against the Mavericks.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but you know,
that
you're
was
gonna have those games. But yeah,
Mhm.
his shooting, he just doesn't shoot well, and he doesn't shoot the ball at all. So
yeah,
my
you
dude
would
needs to
like
start
that.
shooting. He's gonna
Yeah,
start getting
you
the Draymond Green treatment if he's not careful.
oof, I don't know about that, but yeah, you'd expect that he's 42% from the field, 30 from three. You'd like that number to be a little higher despite he only takes wide open shots or like layups in transition. Um, speaking of just at the Spurs game, not he got a clutch steal at the end. Remember that? We were up like three, and then he just picked,
Oh
I
yeah,
forget who it was when he crossed half court, got the layup. Just an
Oh,
example
it
of
was
doing the little things
Keldon.
right. Yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah, it was Keldon.
just an example of doing the little things right. Um, what if I told you that Josh Hart is averaging more rebounds than points? Would you believe me?
I
Yeah,
would. I would.
Because he is, and that is
Isn't he
ridiculous.
averaging like 5 and 6?
no, like 9 rebounds. I feel like or
He
eight.
has 8.5 points a game, 8.6 rebounds a game.
Yeah, he rebounds the ball a ton.
Yeah, he's a mod.
Um, that is crazy. But yeah, I need Josh Hart to start shooting the basketball a little bit because he's gonna get way too open very soon and he needs to just take shots. Okay, here we go. Here we go. This is updated a little bit.
Oh, did you before you say it? The thing I posted on Twitter. Did you see it? All these things rhyme.
Yeah,
What's
Ram?
that?
it took me a while, but yeah,
Ram,
it's him. Him. Yeah,
Kim,
Kim?
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Slim,
Swam?
It's good.
Kim.
Him? I thought it was win initially, and I was like, wait, that's dumb. That's not going to be it because we
All right,
win
here we go.
13-4.
Okay. So what is cleaning the glass? Expected wins at a 80 in an 82 game season. Where do they have Portland now?
46.
And it goes to the decimal. So if you want to get real specific,
46. So that means it's 46.
I'm sorry.
46.3.
it's not. Okay.
Could you repeat that? What is this?
So this is over an 82 game season, cleaning the glass, which is all these stats, and they have a whole stats database. They have a statistic based in its expected wins over 82 games. It's based on like
Oh.
efficiency and point differential. So
Okay,
how
what
many
is their
they have
prediction for
Portland
Yeah,
wins?
yeah, yeah. So I think we're gonna get 50 wins because I'm a biased Blazer fan, even though I'm not. We're clearly getting 50 wins, but they're gonna say a little lower. We've had a lot of close games that we could have lost, so I'm gonna say we're like 46. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll go
I mean,
47.
44.8. Bias, bias, bias.
Watch your
Fuck.
mouth.
What is that? Is that?
Yeah, oh boy. Okay. We'll just continue. Um,
Sorry. I didn't know it was actually a cuss word. Is that a cuss word? I thought it just means. I thought it just means.
here, we'll do it. It's not, it's
That's
more of like
incredible.
it's more of like a slur.
It's like the
So
Spanish word for every cuss word in the book almost.
Okay, we're cutting
it
that.
basically, yeah, I mean, we can cut it, but it basically means like
Yeah, definitely bleeping that.
it's the B word.
I didn't know that.
But it also like has some like homophobia attached to it. So
Yeah, stay away from that on social media with a growing YouTube
Ex-
channel. Holy cow.
exactly. Um, okay, so
Yeah, we'll cut
let's
that.
move on to the
We're gonna have
mailbag.
that clip
Let's-
forever.
Should we go to the mailbag?
Yes, we should. Unless you guys have any other things to say about the Mavericks or Pelicans game.
Okay, I'll just um let's go around and let's
I have
just
one more
say
last thing to say about the Mavericks game.
no okay, before little exercise. We're all going to go around and we're going to say for the 3 games this week, we're going to use one word that described the game. Okay, I'll go first. Okay, so the Pelicans game, I'm going to say surprising. The Dallas game, I'm going to say expected. And for the Spurs game, I'm going to say clutch because we can't lose that game at home against a team that's
Okay.
on the Victor Wembanyama watch.
For the Pelicans game, I'm gonna say CJ because he shot the Pelicans out of the game just like he did to us many times. So I'm gonna say CJ. And for the
You're not
Dallas
wrong.
game, okay, maybe I don't want to get too redundant, but I'm gonna say Luca because another player on the opposing team because he dropped 42. Like we gotta do better than that. I mean, it's a one-man show. You gotta stop him, and we let him get 10 assists. Like, come on. For San Antonio, just gonna say needed, because if we didn't win that, I'd be feeling pretty bad right now.
Needed it for the podcast numbers too.
Yeah, needed it. Needed it.
Not
For
wrong.
the Pelicans game, I'll say it's 2 words, but it's 1 word. Role player, because that was without Dame or Nurk,
Said
and we
bench.
had well, it wasn't bench because all the people that normally come off the bench started.
Dude, for sure.
But we had 5 players in double digits. Nasir had 15, Winslow had 12, Simons 23, and blah 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 blah. All those guys played well. Against the Mavericks, I'll say due. It was like you said, expected. We were due to like just the other team to just shoot the lights out down the stretch and us to not be clutch because it happens every once in a while.
Mhm.
And then against the Spurs, I'll say sleepy because it was a sleepy game, sloppy game up until the fourth quarter. We definitely looked like we had a little bit of a break over the weekend, but again, when you play the Spurs, you
True.
can have those games, and we ended up getting the win. So it was a party in Portland that night for the Timbers fans. Okay, let's move on to the mailbag. I've got like 8 or 9 questions here, and we will start off with. Let me see. Gotta pull them up. Okay. First one, because we were talking about it already. This is a bit extreme, but from Caden Lucas. He said, even though Nurk has had some good games, do you see Eubanks starting at some point?
No,
I mean,
No.
you don't pay someone that much, and hasn't. This isn't sustainable, most likely. If it is, that'd be insane. But he's not gonna play like this every game. Nurk's gonna have his
Even
good
okay,
games. Nurk's experience. He has the chem with Dame. No,
even if it is sustainable, it's not like Eubanks is putting up like all
Eubanks
world
is
numbers right
usually a
now.
net negative, for being
Like
honest.
he's just been. We thought he was going to be actually really bad for this team, and he's been average to good. Like he's perfect for coming off the bench.
not
If you put him in the
average.
starting
Not
role,
even good.
he'd probably get exposed. Like let's be honest.
Okay.
So Nurk, while yeah, it's pissed me off his bad games. Let's not get too far ahead of ourselves.
Mhm.
Next question is
Did you answer
what?
West? No.
Yeah, I said no.
I mean, it was a pretty simple answer if we're being honest.
Hell no.
Two guys
Hell.
asked kind of the same question from Dorky81 and Preston Julian. I'll just read one of them because they're the same thing. What are your thoughts on Gary Payton and how do you think he will fit in our Blazer rotation? And Gary Payton at this point could be back any game. He was not expected, but he said like he could return as early as San Antonio. And while again, I probably don't think he plays against the Nets, like he could come back at any point. So we've talked about it a lot, but what's your answer to that question?
I'm gonna say that I think even when he does come back, they're going to take it real slow with him. Like I think he could play like 10 minutes a game for a while, just ramp him up. I almost feel like the Blazers treating him like I think they are doing this already, but even if he plays, they're gonna have the long-term view with him because they know he's gonna be such a valuable asset in the playoffs. Yes, I just said the Blazers are planning for the playoffs.
That's
I
right.
did say that.
We can
But
say that now, baby.
uh, uh, did you hear what I said, Cole, or do I need to say it again?
No, sorry, I was looking at the other questions.
No, you're good. You just look confused.
No, yeah, because like
sure
I heard you like I heard Cody like react to it. I was like, wait, what did he just say?
Yeah, so I think they're gonna take it easy with him.
Yeah.
It's so hard. I think okay, let's be honest, we're gonna have a trade. There's gonna be a trade. Like right now we're 12 deep. We're 12 deep. So there's gonna be a trade. I don't know who's gonna get traded, but like Josh Hart's prime candidate, obviously, which sucks, but he is. People are saying Simons is. I don't think that's true.
Gross,
Sorry, I'm getting
no
off
way.
topic, but I just think that once the trade deadline's over, he's gonna like I think up until the trade deadline, they're gonna take it real easy with him, and he'll play. And he'll get like matchups, and he might play 25 minutes in one night. He might play 8 minutes.
He's like a big game player.
Yeah.
Well,
I
he's
think,
just what he brings is super valuable in the postseason.
Yeah. When you need
yeah,
you can go
Postseason.
out and just eliminate a guy basically from the series.
I agree. I don't think he's gonna get a lot of minutes. I feel like it's gonna be underwhelming. I just want to warn everyone, like people think he's gonna come in and just be Josh Hart part two. I mean, that'd be great, and I'm rooting for it, but when you come off an injury like this, you're probably gonna knock a lot of minutes. He hasn't played a game with the team yet, like a real valuable game. He hasn't played any game with the team yet, so they'll probably,
I
like
will
you said,
say,
limited minutes.
I want to counter that a tad. Well, yes, like it's obviously gonna like take some time for him to get back into it. For one, he's not gonna be playing a lot of minutes. Like this isn't a guy that was playing 30 minutes for Golden State on a night in and night out basis. He'll play probably a max of 20, and then here and there, he will play a 25 to 30 minute game. And then also, given we're being this safe with him and not rushing him back, he's probably been good enough to play for the last week or two, but we're obviously just being safe and making sure he's 100, 1,000%. So he's probably been getting a ton of reps with the team in practice. Like he was even practicing a little bit during training camp. Like he's been practicing with the team for about a month now.
That's why I said they're taking him so slow because I think post trade deadline, this team will be, everyone's roles will be pretty clear. And I think he'll have, I mean, you paid him $28 million in the offseason for 3 years, so you're going to play him when it counts. I'll just say that.
Next question is, should we be worried about Dame's struggles right now with shooting and turnovers?
Nope.
Has he struggled shooting?
No.
No, he hasn't.
Obviously
Dame
turnovers,
is-
but like that's
No,
not a
he
Dame
actually
Here,
has
I have
not
the
struggled
stats.
with
I have
shooting.
the stats. Dame, guess, what do you think his field goal percentage is?
Like
mid-40s.
It's
45?
46. And his
Mid-40s,
three-point
there you
percentage?
go.
What's his three-point percentage, you think?
39.
38. He's one big game away from 50-40. So struggle, I would say that is a massive stretch. He has
He has
struggled
turned the
in
ball
some
over,
games.
but so is the rest of the team.
So hold on.
Style.
So shooting struggles, right? Let me just
I
go
wouldn't say
through.
that's a
Let
struggle
me
at
just
all.
well, let me just go through something. He's having has a career high in effective field goal percentage. He's had his third best year, or his fourth best year at the rim, third best year from the short mid, third best year from long mid, and from three, he's pretty much on average. I don't understand where he's shooting bad is coming
And he's
from.
only lost one game with us.
Patch, no, he did lose one game.
He's shooting 62% at the rim, which is tied for a career high right now in terms of season. It's tied with his 14-15 season. And he has
What assists compared? Do you have that?
Yeah, I can get
Well, that wasn't really
as
part of the
well.
question.
No,
Yeah.
but I mean, when people, assist, I have I mean, I don't have. Well, he has a career high in point per shot attempts. My dude is in the 97th percentile in the entire league, so I don't really understand the shooting struggles. So I'm gonna debunk that theory and say Dame's
will
just
as well.
fine. Turnovers, though, we can talk about turnovers. He's turning the ball over a little higher, but
That'll come
Like,
down.
yeah, like I just said though, like that's a whole team struggle, and it's like adjusting to a completely new style of play that he hasn't played in his 10 years in an NBA. Like he's always just been dribble up, wait until 10 seconds, and then go ISO. Like he's actually running an offense and running in transition. So
I will say,
come on.
He is turning the ball over 15.3% of the time. It says turnover percentage. How often did the player turn the ball over when using a possession? So when he has the ball in a possession, he's turning it over 15% of the time, which
That's
is the worst in his career. And second closest was his rookie year, and he was way better his rookie year. So it is something to monitor. But the shooting has been fine, so I don't want to hear that one.
Yeah, agreed. Another question on Dame from _N_Loper. How many years you think Dame has left in the tank? This is such a hard question to answer.
That's interesting.
I
think he'll be
like playing
relevant.
or peak of his powers.
I guess both.
Peak of his powers, or okay, well,
For peak of his powers, I'll say
giving him like 3 years.
Yeah, I would say like 3 years.
I mean, I think
starting
he's
next
playing
year.
for another at least like 8 years.
Yeah, but like you see what Curry's doing at 35-ish, 34.
Chris
Dame
Paul's
follows
38.
that. Dame follows that.
Chris Paul. Oh, I thought you said Chris Paul. Did someone say Chris
I
Paul?
did say. I said Chris Paul's like 38.
Yeah, but Chris Paul is not. They have Devin Booker.
No, I know, but like who says Anfernee Simons? He may not be Devin Booker, but like it's not
Well, I
like we're
know,
saying
but-
Dame's gonna be
But
running the
if
show.
Dame's playing the Chris Paul role on the Blazers, people are going to think he's trash because he's not scoring.
Not when he's 38 though.
Who knows, man? People are saying he's shooting the ball bad, and we just showed he's not. People have wild takes.
I think
man.
that's just one fan that looks at a box score from one game and sees that he should have shot
don't
bad
know.
against one game.
I'm tapped into the to the comments. I'm tapped into the community. I see what people are saying. No, I'm being
All I'm
serious.
saying
Don't
is
laugh at me.
when you're sniffing the top 10 in the MVP race, you're not slowing down. That's all I'll say about that.
Yeah, agreed. Another one from Dorky81. And then I'll just do it along with the foul.quinos. Just let me say both questions. The
Yeah.
first one is, are we for real? You think we can be that good during the whole season? And the other one is, do you think the Blazers can go to the finals?
Okay. Look, we are a 1 seed.
Which one do we want to tackle first, or do we just want to go
Let's,
at
let's
it?
do the
Let's
first
talk
one. Let's do
about
the first one.
First one. Like,
Let's save the finals talk for
like
after.
are we for real? Are we a fake 1 seed? Look,
I'd ask
Hard
what
to
for
me-
real
Okay,
is.
I don't.
I don't.
We
Go ahead.
if we're the 4 seed, we're still for real. Like,
Yeah. Are we going to be a 1 seed come April? No.
Yeah, it's interesting.
No. But we got I got proved wrong since my
Wait.
summer
How
predictions. But
how do you know, Cody? How do you know we're not gonna be the 1 seed?
we're going to be the 1 seed, guys. Yeah. Yes, we are for real. We are 15 games in the season. We have had
14, but yeah.
3 games with Dames out, 2 games Jerami Grant's out, 4 games with Nurk's out, lots of games with our top players out, even Simons, and we're still having this good of a record despite being on the road the majority of the season so far and playing against hard teams. Yeah, we're for real. That one's obvious.
I'm gonna second that. I think we are for real. I think. Are we 1 seed worthy? Probably not, and most likely not. But are we for real compared to what people thought we were? Absolutely. And what's crazy is I was thinking like we're 10-4, and yeah, we've won some close games, so that's gonna take a step back. Jerami Grant's not gonna shoot 49% from 3. That's gonna step back. But like, I think Simons has some room for some growth in his game. I think, Dame's probably gonna have a 10-game stretch where he looks unstoppable. Like, this team just has all the parts this team has. We got a little Josh Hart mix here. We got a little Jerami Grant mix. We tossed Nurk. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Yeah, it's a beautiful plate of W's. This team has cohesion, and this team plays for each other.
We are tasty.
I did not say that. We're gonna play hard for 82 games. And Kenny Smith said one time, if you play hard for 82 games, you're going 41-41. And then
we're not going 41 though.
we're winning 50 games. Are we going to say that?
Oh yeah.
I mean, we are going to the finals.
Let's
You're lagging.
Let's tackle the finals question.
Hold up.
Am I
Before we tackle the finals question, like, we're 2 games away. These next 2 games, which are against the Jazz and the Nets, which we will probably say we should win, and that would make us 12-4. That's already a 5th through the season. 16 games is a 5th of the season. So like, it's not. There's no much. I don't think it's an early season at this point anymore. Like,
it's been 2
we're
games.
2 days away
I'm
from.
giving
It's
him-
been 4 games. It's been 6 games.
I'm giving him 20
It's been
games.
8 games.
I'm giving him 20 games.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay, but
Finals.
also quickly. Okay, well, I just want to touch. We'll touch on Nets and Jazz quick. The Nets just gave up 150 to the Kings, so either the Nets are going to come in and try to make a
Did you
statement.
see what Kevin Durant said?
Yeah,
150 tonight?
Yeah,
Cody.
yeah.
Cody, Kevin Durant was like, we got a starting lineup of Edmund Sumner, Joe Harris,
Royce O'Neal.
Nicholas Claxton, Royce O'Neal, and me. People aren't looking at us like we're good. The only reason people look at us and think we're bad and think we should be good is because that's me. We have a terrible starting lineup.
Yikes.
This
He
is
said that
called all
publicly?
about.
Oh my gosh.
The Nets are like they're just an entertainment. Just
I think
Kyrie won't play,
they're just
obviously.
Kyrie,
entertaining.
just laughable.
They always have the headlines. Yeah. Well, Kyrie's going to be
Laughable
back soon. I
organization.
saw, but I don't want to get into Kyrie. We don't talk about other
Yeah,
teams.
let's not, please.
But
Please.
finals. No.
Boo.
Oh, I
Why
thought
do you think I'm
were
doing
about to
this
say something else.
podcast? To think we're not
To
going to the
give
finals?
accurate takes.
It's a long
How
shot.
about this? How about
but-
this?
Okay,
Western
here's
Conference
the thing I'll
Finals.
say about it. Here's the thing. No, the question was finals, Wes. The question was finals.
That is
now,
the finals.
Of the West.
Is it a long shot? Yes, it's a very long shot. I don't even know if I can throw it that far. That's how long of a shot it is. But
I've never heard
we are a
someone say
one
that.
seed. I don't care how you look at a team. If you are a one seed, to say that they will go to the finals, no matter what, it's not a bad take at all because you're the one seed. You are outperforming 14 other teams
Hey,
in your
Cody.
division.
Did you? I'm not going to ruin the fact that we are the one seed, but we also are 2 games ahead of the plan. So we lose these next 2 games.
Okay, well, we're not.
Yeah.
But we're the best team in the West on paper, or not on paper.
We're not the best team in the West
No,
on
I'm
paper.
not
I'll
on
tell you
paper. I
that.
said
on
not.
on the paper that is the
On
NBA
the
standings.
standings
We
paper,
are the
we
best
are.
team in the West.
So to say that we're not going to the finals, you can't call someone a clown
me-
for saying that.
Let me put it this way. The Blazers have a higher chance of missing the play-in entirely than they do of making the finals.
No.
No,
Yes.
No.
missing the playoffs entirely. That would mean what? 11 seed? No.
How far are we from the play-in? I mean, I'm just saying we're
Yeah.
one. We're. I get it. I get it. I'm a play pessimist. We needed 6 out of 8 Jerami Grant. We needed all-star Jerami Grant and a Simon step back 3 at the shot clock buzzer to knock off the Spurs. The Spurs.
All right. Hey, I have another guessing thing. You guys are going to guess in order who are the most, like, the current betting odds most likely to win the Western Conference. So, who do you think's
Number
first?
one,
Just guess number one. I'm gonna say the
Nuggets.
No,
The
Suns.
Warriors. Don't do it
the
to me.
Warriors are
Right
still
now?
the betting favorite. Which, again, I don't think is true, but that's kind of wild.
You know what's interesting about them? They have like the best starting 5 in the league, but their bench is historically just ass.
Yeah.
I would have thought
the
Warriors would be like-
Jordan Poole and Simons comparisons. It's not a comparison. It's Anfernee Simons.
Yeah, I think I would have said the Warriors would be like 4, but wow. So Nuggets are 2, I assume.
No.
Just
Okay,
the
it's the
Suns.
Suns.
No.
It's the Clippers.
Mavs?
Clippers
Oh my!
okay.
plus 375. Who's third?
Now the Nuggets,
It's
No.
the Suns.
Suns.
Suns,
Fourth.
then the Nuggets,
Nuggets.
Who's tied? 2 teams are tied for 5th.
Mavs,
The Pelicans.
Mavericks.
and us.
No.
Grizzlies.
Grizzlies.
Oh, I forgot about them.
6th at
Us.
6th. No.
Pelicans.
Pelicans.
What?
Us.
Hold on.
Seventh.
Just wait. The
Us now.
freaking freaking Timberwolves.
Wait, when was this made?
This is updated to
This
the
is
second.
updated.
Now. Oh, this is pure. Okay.
7th.
Yes.
Don't do it to me.
You
It's the
said it.
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Timberwolves, by the way, Timberwolves are plus 1,800. Now, 3 teams are tied for plus 4,000.
Blazers.
The Blazers,
The Jazz.
the Jazz.
And don't do it to me. It's the
Wait,
Lakers.
if you said the Kings, if you
It's
said
the
Isn't that
Lakers. It's the Lakers.
It's the Lakers.
Wait, is this bets? I can make money off this. I'm not even joking.
No, but like they're just saying you would win the same amount of money if you bet the Blazers to make it to the Western Conference Finals if you bet the Lakers. You can't like because if they
Yeah.
because they're both most likely not going to make it. But yeah, you can't compare the two.
That
Yeah.
is the biggest. The Lakers are 2-10, the worst 3-point shooting team in the league. The chemistry is gone. LeBron publicly is laughing at his own team in a press conference after losing a game, and he's 38 years old, and he's
Hey,
washed.
LeBron's in
and
the press
Westbrook.
conference. Cody, this is LeBron in the press conference. He was like, "Man, I knew after that bubble championship that this might be my last ring. I told them they shouldn't have traded for Russell Westbrook. I saw it coming." Le Cap.
Le Cap.
Okay. That
Okay, let me
that's a
say
joke.
something.
that is
Uh,
hilarious.
We probably won't win the West, obviously, but that's insane value for us. Plus 4,000.
Yeah, it's great value,
Also,
but
the
it's still probably
Lakers,
losing
bro.
your money.
Oh my. Well, yeah. Any team that
Yeah,
all
you're
of them
right,
are.
you're right.
I mean, come on.
Like I I don't want to be
That's
viewed
absurd.
I don't want to be viewed as this not humble person, but are people stupid? Like, jeez, that is bad.
Betting books know that there are some dumb people that will still bet the Lakers.
There's no way. Well, I guess if you know
Here,
nothing, yeah,
hold-
if you're right.
let's-
If you
let's
know
do
If the
a-
nothing about
Lakers,
basketball-
if the
Clear.
Lakers win, if the Lakers go to the Western Conference Finals, I will shave my head off. And
Okay, shave your whole head, not even your hair, just your head.
oh yeah,
All right,
I'll
okay.
just-
I have a game. I have a game. This is similar than betting odds. This is the NBA power rankings according to NBA.com.
right now.
Number one. Who's number one? This is East and West, so I'm testing you.
Bucks.
No. Bucks are
Celtics?
two.
Warriors.
Celtics. No. Celtics are one.
No, this is actually like Warriors are still like 4 and 8 or something.
Wait, what is it? Just power.
This is
rankings,
just
Just
right now.
power
power
rankings.
rankings right now.
Okay.
Celtics are one. Bucks are two.
Bucks are 2.
Number three.
Suns,
Suns.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Blazers.
Blazers.
Who says
Respect.
who made this? Who made this?
And this is NBA.com. This is which makes sense. I'm gonna read what they said.
I'm happy.
This is interesting. The Blazers have trailed 10 of their 14 games by double digits. And they're 6-4 in those 10 games. No other team has more than 4 wins after trailing by double digits. They were down 15 in the third quarter in Miami on Monday, down 12 in the third in Charlotte on Wednesday, and down 10 in the second in New Orleans. They came back to win all 3, despite the absences of 2 starters on both ends of the Wednesday-Thursday back-to-back. Let me continue. For the season, the Blazers have been the league's 5th worst first half team and its second best second half team, aka we're clutch. The bigger difference has been on offense, with both Josh Hart and Justice Winslow seeing big jumps in their field goal percentage from first half to second half. The Winslow at center minutes have been critical for Portland. Sorry, Nurk. Also, quickly, Jerami Grant, Justice Winslow, is he good on the injury front?
I don't even know. I think it's like one of those like Nurk missed like 4 games and Winslow's missed 4 now maybe. It's
The
probably just
Blazers
precautionary.
The Blazers have 5 of the 48 players who've made shots to tie or take the lead in the final minute of the fourth quarter overtime, and Jerami Grant leads the league with 4 buckets
Sheesh.
in last minute overtime. Grant had 37 points in Dallas, late 3-point barrage as Mavs made 3s on 4 straight possessions, and then it basically says, where are we going? So we're 3. No, just quickly, just Nuggets are 4, Jazz are 5, Suns are 6, Dallas is 7. The Western Conference runs deep, man. It's kind
Where
of
are the
like the
Lakers?
Celtics.
This team, by
Yeah.
the way, the team has the same odds as us.
How about this? Because media loves them some Lakers. Over under 25.5 for the Lakers.
Under.
I'm gonna actually say under because this seems like they're actually rating on how the season's actually gone.
Okay, I'm gonna go from back to front. 30 is Houston. 29 is Charlotte.
Wow, Charlotte's the
28.
second worst.
20. Well, this is not necessarily a record. Power ranked. 28 is
Okay.
Detroit. 27 of the Lakers.
Thank you.
4th worst team in the league.
And they don't even have their draft pick this year. It's going to the Pelicans. So this losing literally means nothing to them. That's tough.
The Lakers have played one of the league's toughest schedules to start the year, but their offense sucks and their defense sucks, pretty much what they said. Tough to win games. We're not Laker haters. I'm really sick and tired
Yeah,
of
we are.
seeing Laker fans being
I'm
like,
media haters.
we could trade Dame for a foot long. It's like, no, you can't.
Yeah.
say a foot long.
Yeah, $5 foot long. You can trade for Dame. I mean, that's what like cash considerations and Austin Reeves is.
Yeah.
$5 foot long.
And then the other trade last week on the podcast, we're talking about AD straight up for Dame. Like, okay. Laughable.
I got one more question for you guys before we start wrapping up, and I think this might be my favorite question. It's from Blazers Reborn, who's a fellow Blazer page on Instagram. He goes, "Who's one Blazer that deserves more love from the media?" He says, in his opinion, it's got to be Winslow. He's painted as a terrible player by the media when he's clearly not. Who do you think takes that?
Are we saying, are you asking for us who should be loved by the media the most?
Who? What is it? What was the
Or do I
question?
agree with that it's Winslow? Because I
No,
agree that
who's
it's
yours?
Winslow.
And if it is Winslow, you can still say Winslow.
I think it's
And again, media. So
honestly, I'm gonna go with Jerami Grant, and I'm gonna say Jerami Grant because, like, if you took a graph, I don't know which way to do it, and like this was like one side is like all the trades, and this side, the vertical, the y-axis is like perceived like added talent. Basically, what I'm saying is the Jerami Grant trade was one of the most underrated trades. Like for how little people talked about and how good he's been in Portland, I think it's the trade of the offseason so far. I don't think that's crazy to say.
yeah,
So I'm gonna go Jerami Grant because while the Portland media does good work in highlighting players, the national media, I wasn't hearing anything about Jerami Grant. Nothing. Nada. Also, this is the same media that said low key. Let's just take a trip down memory lane here. Let's talk about the two big trades we did last year. We trade CJ. We got Josh Hart. Did we get a first or no?
Lozada.
Didi Lozada. Yeah.
And the pick
Did we
that
get a
turned
first?
the pick that
And
turned
the
into
pick
Jerami Grant.
that turned into Jerami Grant. So I'm not
Straight
gonna
up,
say we got
nothing else.
I think we win that trade.
I feel like we picked someone else up in that trade.
We got rid of Larry Nance.
Yeah, we did. There was oh gosh, I don't even think
I
the
know
players
who
are
you're
on the
thinking
team.
of.
Hold on.
Then we trade Norm and Rocco to the Clippers, who, mind you, they've kind of been trashed this year. And we get
hey. We traded one more guy also. And by the
CJ Ellaby.
Hart, Nikhil Alexander Walker, Thomas Satoransky, and Didi Luzada. So we ended up trading Nikhil for Joe Ingles, which turned into nothing. But we traded CJ, Larry Nance, and who was the third player we traded?
I don't remember.
Oh wait, no. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna get this right now. Is he a big?
He's a wing, and he played just one season for the Blazers. I think just this past season was his only season. So he played like half a season with us. Can I give you? I'm gonna give you his initials. ES.
DS.
T. The letter T. S.
Tony Snell.
Yes.
Tony Snell.
No.
So we gave up all that basically for Josh Hart and the pick turning Jerami Grant. That's a win in my opinion. And then you give up Norm and Rocco, and you get back
Winslow.
Justice Winslow, Keon,
Bledsoe.
and Bledsoe. But you know,
and then freaking Rocco is like out of the rotation, and Norm has been the worst shooter in the NBA, I think, statistically this year. He's been so bad.
I mean, so basically all
I'm gonna
that
pull
to
up his
say,
stats.
all that to say is that the media, every time I turn on the media, turn on ESPN, which ESPN sucks now. So, is the Blazers are losing these trades. Like, oh my gosh, Josh Hart in a pick for CJ. Like CJ's so valuable. Yeah, we got two starters out of that actually, who
By the
both
way,
play better
Norm,
defense than CJ and don't shoot in that of games. Yeah, let's hear the Norm.
Norm's shot is shooting 40% from the field.
Let's hear the Norm slander.
And 28% from three.
Yikes.
And
you know,
yeah, that's rough.
honestly, you know who should trade for Norm? He should just go across town to the Lakers. I mean,
Yeah,
they could they love their sub 30% shooters. I mean, they just love them.
Yikes. Yeah.
Okay, Cody, but back to the question. Who would you say the media who deserves the most love from the media on the Blazers? Because I'm still trying to think.
I hate to be the boring one, but I'm agreeing with Jerami Grant because like I think Dame's underrated in the media's eyes in terms of because everyone thought he's didn't play last year after his injury. He comes back. He's playing basically it's the same splits as he was in his 2020 season. Like he's killing it. Okay, he's killing it. And yet you can argue. I'm not saying this is true, but you can argue that Jerami Grant is the best player on the Blazers this season so far, above Damian Lillard, and that is why I think it's a no-brainer that he doesn't get the respect he deserves. And like we mentioned in the beginning of the podcast, I think Dame even said this yesterday. I forget, someone on the Blazers said it, but that he is just an all-star player, and the media is not going to see that. I don't think he has any chance of winning an all-star. Not any chance, maybe a slight chance, but Like you
Okay,
said, he's the only player in the NBA shooting 45% from three.
honestly.
And
Okay,
yeah,
no.
whatever.
I want to do an exercise. How many forwards get spots? Six.
Um,
Oh,
yeah, I would just say somewhere around 5 or 6.
Well, let's just go. Bona fide bigs in the West.
Bigs.
Wings,
Oh, sorry, you said bigs.
bigs slash wings. Isn't it the same thing? It's guards and forwards.
Well, centers too. There's like 3 centers
Okay.
that make it legit centers.
Okay. Well, in the West for centers, you're going Jokic. You're going
probably
Aiton, and you're going
Jokic.
Gobert.
Yeah,
I don't know
probably.
about that with
I don't think
Gobert.
Aiden's only averaging like 15 this year. But like I think Anthony
Okay.
Davis could classify as a center, or Pat
It-
could even still classify as a center.
Okay. Wings, like straight up wings. You're going no one on Houston. Anyone on the Lakers?
LeBron.
I mean,
LeBron
I
will
get
make
that,
it.
but yeah, but he's been trashed, is what I'm
He
saying.
hasn't even
Okay,
been that
sure.
trash. He's still putting up all-star
Okay.
numbers.
LeBron will be an all-star starter. Yay.
Yeah.
Anyone on San Antonio? Probably not. OKC? Probably not. This is wings.
Yeah.
Shea can make it, but Shea's on a wing. For Golden State, Andrew Wiggins?
No one on Golden State.
If he gets more votes than Jerami Grant, that's
He
a
won't.
joke.
He won't.
And, okay, you could throw in Anthony Edwards. That's consideration. Honestly, Andrew Wiggins is considered too. Let's just do that because people love the Warriors. Paul George is considered.
Yeah.
I don't think Kawhi's going to play enough games.
Mhm.
Anyone on the Kings?
Nope.
No wings.
Yeah, Brandon Ingram.
Brandon Ingram and Zion, like one of those two would make it probably, no matter what.
We'll do both. We'll do both.
Yeah.
Anyone on Memphis? Bane's a guard, I think.
Mm-mm.
Then no.
So no. Anyone on Dallas? No.
Luka is not a.
Anyone on Phoenix? Mikal
No.
Bridges? Okay. Anyone on Utah? I guess you go Laurie Markkinen. You could throw him in there. He's been a stud.
No.
The All-Star game is in Utah this year, so if they still
Okay,
stay at
yeah.
least somewhat good.
Anyone
then
on Denver? MPJ? Aaron Gordon?
He's probably in the same. Yeah,
MPJ
Not on the same level.
and Grant.
He's-
There's nine
and you could argue
forwards,
he's
and
better
there are
than
at least half of those.
If the All-Star game was right now, he would deserve it because the Blazers are the 1 seed. We would deserve 2 All-Stars. Absolutely.
I think we get because guards here. You're taking Dame over Jamal Murray.
Yep.
Yeah, Dame's gonna make it. But the
taking-
guards is deep.
well,
Like, just Steph, Ja, Luka,
Well,
and
De'Aaron Fox is worthy.
Fox and Shea and Dame. That's 6 guards.
That's 6. I mean, you're
Oh wait, but I didn't even say like
you're
Booker.
missing. You don't have Booker. Did you say Chris Paul?
No, he's not. He's not been amazing this year. I was just listening to a podcast that they were going through. Like, it was an exercise where they listed the All-Stars from last year.
Anthony was a guard.
He could be a
Oh,
guard.
cat.
Look, Dame. If the Blazers get 1 All-Star, it will be Dame, and the Blazers will have at least 1 All-Star. Dame at this point is a lock unless he's hurt. He's averaging 28 points a game. Like,
Yeah.
Dame will make the All-Star game. It's going to be harder for Shea to make it than Dame because, yeah. Okay, my answer for that question,
Yeah.
probably is Winslow because I think even myself, I underrated him coming into the season. And then it's not, I would say like Josh Hart, but it's not him because I think everyone recognizes that he could fit on every team. I'm not going to say Grant because that's all what you guys said. I might say Simons because I think people looked at when we traded CJ and are like, well, there goes the backcourt for the Blazers. They're not going to have anyone next to Dame anymore. And everyone's like, well, we'll put
Not
Simons
me, bro.
there. And then they're like, okay, Simons, congrats. Like the fact that they think Tyler Hero, Poole, even like RJ Barrett is better than him. Like Simons is putting up better numbers than CJ maybe ever did this year when you take into account shooting and points per game. So I think Simons is being severely underrated. All this talk about Desmond Bane being an all-star, like Simons, I don't know the stats, but Simons might be averaging more points than them.
It is interesting because they are pretty similar. They play similar roles, and they're both like top 5 second half scores. Bane's number 1,
crazy.
I think.
I'm gonna pull up to see if what Bane's averaging. He probably is shooting better than Simons because he is a monster.
Okay, I have an interesting.
That's all the
question
questions
for
I
you.
have.
I got an interesting question for you.
Dame's average.
Obviously,
25.
Obviously, in the second half.
No, in the
Oh, I
game.
was like, dog. This is obviously not most likely won't happen, but I just want to get your opinion on it. What are the odds Shane Sharp wins Rookie of the Year?
So I would say we'll go to the finals more likely than that. Maybe even wins the finals.
Whoa,
Wow.
Just because like he's not going to play a lot. He's not even
that's
averaging
true.
like 10
That's
points.
true.
Paolo's averaging like 20 plus, I feel like. And then
Benedict
Matherin's averaging
Mathurin.
like 20. And that's not even taking into account whoever else there is, like Jaden
Keegan
Ivey
Murray.
or
Yeah, there's no chance.
there's
My
a lot.
brother,
There's two. If Sharp was in the other situations, I think he absolutely could win it. Probably
mean,
would be a
yeah,
favorite, maybe. He's
my
talented enough to do it.
brother, my brother said to me yesterday, Shane
Which
Sharp's
brother?
winning rookie.
Little or older?
The dumb one.
Well, they're both
One that
dumb.
likes basketball. The one who can name more than 2 NBA players.
Okay, so the one that doesn't
Old.
look like Shaggy.
Yeah. He's like, Shane Sharp's going to rookie of the year. Cap boy. Cap.
He needs to listen to Ripsody Rundown if he wants to get his info on the Blazers.
Yeah, he's
Does
gonna
he?
yeah. Yeah, he doesn't know anything that's going on around the league. He has his head stuck in the Blazers
You talking
land
about
over here.
you talking about the youngest one in the middle?
I just asked
Yeah,
that.
this one.
The youngest?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
is he the one I traded Cup and Swift to?
oof. Yeah, no chance he wins rookie of the year.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. You're right.
It is what it is, but he's exceeding expectations, and I'm so happy. And if we make it to the playoffs, he's getting minutes. So
Mm-hmm.
You know who my unsung Blazer player of the year so far is?
Who?
what unsung what?
Like
Underrated, not getting enough credit.
underrated, but like at this point, Drew Eubanks is getting credit, so I'm not going Drew Eubanks. Give me Jabari Walker. He's looked good.
Yeah.
He looked good in his minutes.
Again, exceeding expectations, I would say.
Oh yeah, second round pick.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to pull something up. Oops.
We're probably approaching like a little over an hour now. I don't know exactly, but what were you gonna pull up? And I was also gonna say touch Greg Brown into the G League. We never mentioned that, but that's good for him. Get reps, He probably will do really well down there, but he clearly wasn't gonna touch the floor that much. So the Blazers
he
don't have a G League
was
team,
like-
by the way, which is stupid. But yeah,
Mhm.
that's all I got. Final thing I'll do is pulling up the schedule, and
Who we got
done
this
it,
week?
we've done it every week. Let's predict the record for this week. We got 4 games until the next podcast.
Brooklyn.
We got Nets at home on Thursday, Jazz at home on Saturday, Bucks on the road Monday,
Yeah,
Cavs
and then we're
on the
going-
road Wednesday.
Wow, that's a lot of games, and then we play on Friday. No one plays on Thanksgiving, so getting a lot of
We
games.
play
so-
every other day until next Sunday.
Wow.
I think we go
Give
2-2.
me win the
Me-
first 2, lose the last 2.
I mean, if I had to project that, yeah, but like if we lose one of the first 2 games, then we could win one of the next 2.
Yeah, so
2
I
and
think-
2.
I think the Nets has to be a dub, like has to. And I think the Jazz I think we have to. It's tough. I think we
our
go 2
most
and
likely
2.
win is the Jazz.
I think we go 2 and 2
Jazz
because
are good, man.
They've also, I think they're on like a 3-game losing streak now. They're kind of coming back to earth, maybe.
Dang, tell them, boy.
yeah. So I
I'll
think
go 2 and 2.
the Jazz are falling apart. We got to beat the Nets. We can handle
about
the
this?
Jazz at home. I'd say we have like a 70% chance to win both of those games. But then we play the Bucks away on Monday. That is going to be hopefully
Brutal.
imagine we won that.
I mean,
Do we
Absolutely could.
we could at this point. Like we are dogs, like I said. And then the Cavs are really good. So they got the Twin Towers. I think 2 and 2 is I wouldn't say safe. I think we go 2 and 2. We can do that.
I agree. I'll go 2 and 2.
2 hard teams, 2 easy teams, I'd say.
Yeah,
Okay, I can't say the Jazz are easy, but we're home. 2 and 2. Come on.
Yeah, 2 and 2. I agree.
Do
well,
we win? Do we have a blowout or no?
Can we blow out the Nets tomorrow? Can we do that?
I
Can we
got a hunch.
blow
Like,
out
what
the
if
Nets
KD doesn't
tomorrow?
play tomorrow night? He's pissed off with the organization.
Did he want
Maybe
any? He's like, dude, just leave me behind in Portland.
Yeah. No trade. Just release me and we'll buy him. Or Yeah, we'll get him on the buyout market from betting
Sign
men.
him to a vet man.
Yeah. Would that be our best buyout market ever, or would we take a Can of Freedom over them?
No.
Not that one. I'll tell you that.
Okay, well, that's all we got for this podcast.
Facts.
Yeah. Make sure
Subscribe,
to
guys.
like and subscribe. Go follow the TikTok. Cody's rolling on the TikTok. Go follow the Twitter and Instagram for, just your typical Twitter and Instagram content. And go check out our website if you haven't. We might have a new merch drop
Ooh.
coming in
Hey,
time for Christmas.
Hey,
but we'll
you know
talk
what?
about that.
You know what would go kind of dumb, go
What?
kind of hard. I don't know how you'd match the color, but some type of teal, something.
Teal and red.
Oh,
Could that go as
Little
Christmas
carpet,
colors?
little carpet action. Teal and red. You mean green and red?
I was doing a playoff. Like, could we incorporate teal instead of the green and make a Christmas sweatshirt? We'll talk
Too
about
bad
that after
Blazers.
real quick.
Too bad the Blazers don't have a Christmas game.
Yeah, that sucks. But that'll be it. We'll see you in the next podcast.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching. Peace.
Yeah. See ya. Bye.